Sure, Veronica, and Johnny Depp is in the news. You thought they went away, but no, they're back. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard they're back in the news. Now, they're saying that some things that were not revealed in the long trial, I don't know if you watched it, I didn't, I just looked at the snippets, but anyhow, some things that were not allowed in are now coming out because someone paid over $3,000 for, the transcript and everything that was not released. They got a whole bunch of paperwork, 6,000 pages. Anyhow, now they're saying that Johnny Depp is dysfunctional in that lower region. He suffers from erectile dysfunction. Now, when you see a young woman marry an older man, you always think she doesn't like sex. That's what comes to our mind. I remember a time we would sit and have breakfast, when we got together as, little club and young women, and we would laugh at girls who married old men. It was the biggest joke. It was so like you marry your father's friend. Okay, maybe he didn't know your father, but your father and this guy could be friends. They came from the same time. But anyhow, when we think about young women marrying older men, we always assumed that they didn't like sex because that penis area is not going to be strong. You're not going to have like an 18-year-old penis on a 50-plus-year-old man. It's going to be, you have to help. He's going to need some help getting it up. He's going to be taking some pills, getting it up. And we always figured that the woman did not like sex, and she, instead of going to the street corner, Bush Hill or wherever, street corner, she goes with an old man. So when you hear this about Amber Heard now and Johnny, the reason I do this is to say, why is it an issue? Why is it an issue with her being as young as she is and Johnny being as old as he is? Did you think that he was satisfying her sexually? Did you ever for one moment think that? No, I'm not going to say that she was after his money. I'm not going to call her a gold digger. But even within the papers that came out, Johnny was saying he wanted it put into evidence that she was like a dancer or exotic, whatever. So he kind of put that out there about her. But like I said, instead of going on the street corner, you marry someone like Johnny Depp. She is of legal age now. If she was in kindergarten when he was a grown man, yeah, he would be the worst thing in the world. So what do you do? What do men usually do? What do men who are pedophiles do? They wait for the child that they've seen playing around the schoolyards when they were, dropping their kids off, or when they were married and doing their thing. They wait for those kids to grow up, and then they say, okay, you are of legal age, that legal quote unquote age. That's what they do. They wait for the child that they saw as a baby or running around in the schoolyard, whether you saw them or not. You know that when you were a grown man, that child was a baby in kindergarten, in preschool, learning to write their ABCs. When you were a grown man, this is known. So what do you do so that you don't get arrested? You wait for that child to come of age, and then you have sex with that child. Now, the child looking at an old man. Just imagine they're laying in bed and they look up and an old man is looking down at them. That child got to have some problems too. There's some problems there too. Now, like I said, instead of going to Bush Hill or stand in the corner, you do what you do because you want the money. You may want some fame. You don't want to work as hard. You have something is missing. Some windows, some phase in your life was closed. Maybe daddy issues, or I don't know. You don't know. But for a young person to do an old man there's something about that is laughable, that is sad, that is sickening. Is everything wrapped up in one? So now that you're hearing that he has erectile dysfunction, what is the purpose? Yes, I laughed, I giggled, but what is the purpose? Because you already know that an old man cannot satisfy a young girl, and you know that the young girl is not about the sex with the old man, because she's not going to be having no 18-year-old or 21-year-old or 25-year-old penis in her, the strength of a young person in her. You already know that that's not going to happen. So is she going to be having a boyfriend on the outside and still stay with him and probably hope for him to drop dead or whatever? What is the purpose of the old man and the young girl? What is the purpose? What is the purpose? It's a question. It's a question. What is the purpose for, the baby boomer to be with a generation X, Y? What is the purpose? Okay, the ego, the man's ego. Yeah, maybe if he's rich, but a lot of poor men pull young girls too. So is it that even although they're not rich, they can still provide you a bread and two, or, a cheese cutter? You're doing so badly that you need to have someone feed you, put you in the house, put a roof over your head. You cannot do it. What I'm trying to say is, if you cannot do for yourself, what I am saying is, if you are not doing for yourself and you get with an old man and they talk about him not having no function down there, that he's all impotent and it's erectile dysfunction, he has to be taken. Shut up. Shut up. Either you don't like sex. You can't be liking sex if you go with an old man. Or you have a boyfriend on the outside waiting for him to die so you and the boyfriend can move into his stuff. But whatever it is, it's you. The female, it's you. Something has got to be fucked up about you for you to lay on your back and look at an old man on top of you. Something's wrong with you. So check yourself out. Amber, check yourself. This is Chef Veronica.